Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, feel free to use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are there, ready and available to answer any questions that you have. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions happening. Feel free to sign up for more sessions being offered by college presenters. You can sign up for more sessions for the next time slot. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/Illinois. We are currently in session E2, where my mouse is circling at the moment, and this will also be the order of presentations for tonight. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first presenter from Grand Valley State University.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Wallace Holder. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Grand Valley State University. I'm the representative for the Illinois area, so my contact information is right on the screen for you, holderw@gvsu.edu, if you should have any questions for me after today, but I'll be sharing that later on in the chat as well. So let's get started. Grand Valley State University, we have been the recipient of many accolades, including being named one of the best universities in the Midwest by the Princeton Review, as well as one of America's top colleges by Forbes magazine, and one of my favorites, being named one of America's best college buys for 25 consecutive years. And I'll tell you why that's one of my favorites in just a second. We were also ranked number 6 in the nation when it comes to study abroad participation. And at both the undergraduate and graduate level, we have programs in business and engineering that are noteworthy across the nation. When it comes to student success, 94% of our recent graduates are employed or pursuing advanced degrees. And another nice thing, 35% of Grand Valley students graduate debt-free. So a little bit about Grand Valley State University. We are a 4-year public university with a main campus in Allendale, Michigan. That puts us about less than 3 hours from Chicago if you're traveling by car. We're actually located 12 miles west of downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids being the second largest city in the state of Michigan. We have over 20,000 students at the undergraduate and graduate level combined. The majority of our students are undergraduates, so about 20,000 freshmen through seniors. These students benefit from over 100 programs at both the bachelor's and master's degree level across a wide variety of disciplines, from areas, time-honored traditions such as English, history, and philosophy, to areas like cybersecurity and biomedical engineering. We also, when you think about all of our majors and minors and areas of emphasis, our students have over 300 areas of study that they can choose from. And about 25% of our students at Grand Valley actually participate in research. So learning outside of the classroom is definitely a part of your educational experience at Grand Valley. The world is your classroom at Grand Valley. That first link takes you to our Office of Undergraduate Research and Scholarships, where you can find more about those opportunities as well as funding the opportunities as well. Over 4,000 of our students study abroad at Grand Valley. Just like I mentioned before, we were ranked pretty highly because of the availability of programs for our students in every major. And over 8,000 of our students participate in experiential learning. So taking what you've learned in the classroom, our average class size is 26 students. So taking what you've learned in that intimate classroom environment and applying it in real world, hands-on learning environments will be central to your education at Grand Valley. So students do things like student teaching if they're in the education program, engineering co-ops, and as well as practicums for social work students. Just know there are lots of opportunities for hands-on learning. And I mentioned earlier that Grand Valley was one of the 100 best college buys in the nation for 25 consecutive years. And here's the reason for it. Non-Michigan residents can study at Grand Valley, and when it comes to their required costs, these students will spend just under $28,000. That's for tuition and room and board. And the great thing about tuition at Grand Valley, it includes so many things, such as tutoring services, appointments with a therapist, use of the athletic and recreation facilities, attending home competitions. So this is based on a freshman student living in what we call the traditional living center, where they have at least a 14 meal plan, a 14 meals per week plan included in their housing costs. But our Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships is definitely available to assist students when it comes to scholarships, grants, and all types of ways to fund your education. So last thing I want to share with you, when it comes to applying to Grand Valley, you'll find the application for admission on our website at gvsu.edu/apply. Usually a decision will be made and sent to a student within 3 weeks. The only thing we need are your application, your official high school transcript, and a $30 application fee, or your counselor can send a fee waiver on your behalf. But we're going to look at your overall academic profile, including all of your college preparatory coursework, as well as your grades, and as well your cumulative grade point average. Our application is very straightforward. It'll ask you a couple short answer questions, but it's really something that if you take a little bit of time, you will do a great job. Our average GPA is between a 3.4 and a 3.9 on a 4-point scale. And for the fall of 2021, as well as the fall of 2022, Grand Valley is a test optional school. So you'll have that choice of whether or not you would like to submit test scores when it comes to admission consideration. So here's my contact information. Again, my name is Wallace Holder. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at Grand Valley State University. My email address is right there for you. It's holderw@gvsu.edu. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have, as well as we have so many opportunities for you to learn more about Grand Valley, whether it's virtually or in person. So just check out our website at gvsu.edu/visit. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. The next presenter is from Viterbo University.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Hopefully everyone can see my screen here. My name is Chris Porter. I use he, him, his pronouns, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Viterbo University. Viterbo University is located in the beautiful city of La Crosse, Wisconsin. For those of you that have never been, the La Crosse area is made up of about 150,000 people. The downtown area houses about 52,000 local residents. And the city of La Crosse is really just like a college student's paradise. We have a thriving downtown area that's full of local restaurants. We have an escape room, there's pottery classes, really good ice cream. There's a beach on the other side of the Mississippi River. It truly is an amazing place to get to grow up and go to school. You can see a picture of it right over here. I've lived here in La Crosse for the last 5 years now, and I can tell you that Viterbo University is located in an amazing place. Look no further than our #1 ranking for college towns in the state of Wisconsin. That's according to AIER. The city of La Crosse is home to 3 different institutions of higher education. So there's Viterbo University, UW La Crosse, and Western Technical College. So not only will you be surrounded by 2,600 VHawks on our campus, but there's an additional 10,000 or so college students that also call the city of La Crosse their home. Now, when we start looking at academics at Viterbo University, we have over 40 different undergraduate programs. You can see some of the ones of note on the screen here. So pre-health, STEM fields, and nursing is a very strong program here. We also have a young but thriving engineering program here as well. And so, so those are some of the programs, again, that we have to offer. Some distinctions, some things that I think make Viterbo University a unique and amazing place to get to go to school. High impact practices has to be at the top of that list. So especially for things like our education program, we have freshmen starting out in the classroom during their education program. If you're in our nursing program, you're going to start your clinicals as early as sophomore year. If you decide to come here for business, accounting, anything like that, we have guaranteed paid internships as a part of that program. Our engineering students also work with local companies on projects that they have. So there's really, no matter what program you're looking to study here, there's going to be a hands-on high impact practice for you that really can pay off later. And we'll talk about that in a second. Another really great distinction for our university is that we do have a 4-year graduation guarantee. All of our programs are designed so that you're able to graduate within 4 years. And in addition to getting out with your major, we can also add many minors onto whatever it is you're looking to study, right? So if you're looking to add a minor to a major, that's something that our dual academic advising program is well suited to help you with. The next thing that I'll talk about, we talked about some of those rewards, right, for some of those high impact practices. We do have a 100% placement rate upon graduation. So this means that for the last 3 years now, Viterbo graduates have gone on to find a job in their field within 6 months of their graduation date. For those students who decide to go on to maybe it's med school or another graduate program, we're able to find our students are getting into like 95% of them are getting into their top grad school choice. So whether it's grad school or the workforce, Viterbo University is going to get you where you want to go in terms of a career or continuing your education. Another really great thing, I'm definitely someone who loves the arts, and so working here is amazing. We have a top 30 music theater program in the country. Broadway acts are known to come to Viterbo as well. So that's definitely a really, really fun aspect of being a student at Viterbo, right? You're able to get to some really, really amazing performances that are put on by students from all over the country and the world. In terms of financial aid, we do offer academic merit-based scholarships. We calculate those based on GPA and or ACT test scores. We are ACT optional, so you don't need to send us your test scores in order to be considered for admission. But with your GPA, we are able to then calculate one of 5 different academic merit-based scholarship levels that you could be eligible for. So the range from that is anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 per year for up to 4 years. Another really cool thing about Viterbo University is that you're going to be surrounded by an active student body. 1/3 of the students at Viterbo University are student athletes. So for many of you who are in high school, it's really fun to go to sports games, right? You get to go support your friends and your school. It's going to be very similar at Viterbo as well. You're going to go to games and say, yeah, go V-Hawks, but you're also going to be able to support your friends that you know are on the team there as well. Here's some contact information for me. If you're ever interested in scheduling a visit, we do offer in-person visits. Feel free to give me a call. I have my email on there. You are able to apply for free at www.viterbo.edu/apply. For those of you who are in high school that are juniors, you are able to apply starting July 1st. So follow us on social media, and I hope to see your application soon. Thank you.
Thank you. All great information. Just a friendly reminder, if you would like to submit any questions, feel free to do that through the Q&A. Our presenters are there and ready to answer any questions that you have. The next representative is from Rock Valley College.
Thank you very much. All right, hello everybody. My name is Casey Hauser, and I will be talking to you all about Rock Valley College today. So Rock Valley College is a 2-year community college that is located in Rockford, Illinois. So we offer a wide variety of different courses, certificate programs that I'll talk about in just a moment. Our tuition is based on in-district and out-of-district rates. So our in-district is all of Winnebago County, most of Boone County, and then Ogle, Stevenson, McHenry, and DeKalb. And then our current president is Dr. Howard Spearman. So we have multiple different locations all around the Rockford area. So we do have our main campus. A majority of our classes are held, but we also have some unique classes that are important to point out. So we do have our own aviation maintenance program. So we have an airplane hangar right next to the Rockford Airport. We have our Stenstrom Center, so that has our automotive program. So if you're interested in learning how to fix and work on cars, we have a whole body shop there for those students. We also have a downtown location for students who live in downtown Rockford, or they just want to take class on a different campus right on the river. And then we actually are in the process of building a new building, and that's going to be our Advanced Technology Center. And I will talk about those programs in just a moment. So our steps for admission are pretty easy. Being a community college, we have open enrollment. which means that enrollment is open at all times. So even if you are a sophomore or junior, it's never too early to apply. And our application is completely free. You can go online to rockvalleycollege.edu/apply and fill out that application. So we offer different types of degree programs as well as certificate options. So our Associates of Arts, Science, and Engineering Science are geared to those students who would like to transfer on and eventually get a bachelor's degree or higher. And then we also have certificate programs as well as Associate of Applied Science programs. And those can be completed in a semester to 2 years, depending on the program. And those are designed to help students get all of the skills and knowledge that they need to get quickly into the workforce. So we have multiple career and technical education options for students who are interested in allied health. So we have a great respiratory therapy program, which helps students with different breathing ailments or if they have asthma. We have a full dental office on campus. So if you are interested in becoming a dental hygienist, we have this entire office, and it actually is located or open to the entire public. So we do have people from the public coming in to get their teeth cleaned. We also have a EMT program, which is part of our fire science degree. We have our surgical technology program. So if you're interested in allied health, but don't necessarily want to be the surgeon or the nurse, you can learn all of the tools that are needed by the doctors and how to sanitize them and when those are needed in different procedures. And then we also have our phlebotomy program, our nursing program, and our CNA program. If you're interested in those career and technical education options, but maybe allied health isn't really what you want to do, we also have our welding program, our automotive program, as well as our aviation maintenance program. So if you're interested in working on cars or you want to learn how to put together or take apart the engine of an aircraft, we have those options available for you. So I did mention our new building, which is called the ATC, or the Advanced Technology Center. We are offering possibility of free tuition for students first year. So if you're interested in truck driving, mechatronics, or welding, there is a couple steps that you have to follow. The first and main one is to go to rockvalleycollege.com/ATC. Filling out this interest form will allow us to contact you and get in steps to fill out that waiver so you don't have to pay for your first year tuition. So this is a really great program that is brand new and will start this coming fall, so in August. In regards to our tuition, if you fall under that in-district rate, it is $115 per credit hour. So it's a great deal for your education to help get those general education classes out and under your belt, so then we can help you transfer to that 4-year institution after. We do offer multiple different financial aid options as well as on-campus employment. If you have any questions regarding your FAFSA, even if you're not a Rock Valley student, you can always call our financial aid office, and we are more than happy to set up an either in-person, phone, or Zoom appointment to help you with that form. We also have multiple different scholarships. These are going to open up in April of this year for our spring semester. You have a 1 in 4 chance of winning at least one, if not more, of our scholarships. So you can find out more information about these at rockvalleycollege.edu/scholarships. We also have multiple different support services that are completely free for our students. So the ones that I want to really pinpoint today are our transfer advisors. So we really like to see our students go on and get those higher degrees. So we have an entire department that is to help you transfer to make sure the credits that you take at Rock Valley transfer to where you want to go after. We also have our personal and success counselor. So we have a counselor on campus every day, Monday through Friday, that is there to talk to you if you are dealing with any depression, anxiety, or just feeling overwhelmed and you would like a professional to talk to. And then we also have free tutors for every single one of our classes. And then we also have multiple different organizations on campus. We have over 35 clubs. We also have varsity sports. So we have bowling, basketball, baseball, soccer, and volleyball. And although we are a community college, our sports are very good. Our softball team has won 6 consecutive national championships. So we are very proud of our student athletes. So Rock Valley College has an average class size of 24 students. We have a very diverse experience. And I will wrap it up here is our social media. And then I'll also put my contact information in the chat. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. The next presenter is from Columbus College of Art and Design.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Marie, and I'm an admissions counselor with Columbus College of Art and Design located in downtown Columbus, Ohio. So my role as a counselor is to help you through the college admissions process, but what does that mean? We help students just like you learn more about your college options and potential career paths. We also help you build a better portfolio for your application to CCAD and navigate the financial aid process. So a little bit more about CCAD. We are a private nonprofit art and design college, one of the oldest in the country, founded in 1879. Our student to faculty ratio is 9:1, which means that our classes are small enough that you receive personal attention from your professors, but also large enough that you're able to discuss and receive constructive feedback about your pieces from your peers and classmates. At CCAD, you will graduate with a BFA or a Bachelor's of Fine Arts within your chosen major. So for example, if you choose to major in animation, you'll graduate with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in animation. In a BFA program, your curriculum is more studio-based, combining your artistic practice with liberal arts courses. At CCAD, about 2/3 of the curriculum is studio-based and the other third is based in the liberal arts. So we offer 11 different majors at CCAD, which you can see here on screen, as well as numerous minors and concentrations, including our really popular business minor. You can read more about each major as well as its requirements and view student work on our website at ccad.edu. Our application is still open as well. At CCAD, we have rolling admissions. So we accept applications up until our class is full. For applications at CCAD, we require a portfolio, which I'll talk about a little bit later on, or you can look it up on our website. We require 8 to 15 pieces of visual work. We also require your transcripts. We look strictly at your GPA. CCAD is a test optional school. And then we also have an essay requirement as well. Our essays are kind of fun. They're 300 to 500 words and you can pick from a couple of different prompts. All right, so CCAD and the Columbus art scene provides students with chances to network and develop relationships with individuals within the industry. We know that when it comes to being a successful artist, it's not only about what you know, but also about who you know. So if you're a student interested in writing scripts, you should meet an alumni like Angelo Thomas, an independent filmmaker, screenwriter, and novelist. His film, The Incredible Jake Parker, was released in September of last year and is based on a novel he wrote with the same title. You can see the cover on the screen, and it's done by fellow CCAD student Casey Nkwadu. Maybe you're interested in creating a designer brand, in which case you should meet someone like Susanna Madrid. After graduating from CCAD, Susanna moved to Milano, Italy to pursue her degree in fashion design at a graduate level. While she was there, she had the opportunity to design shoes for Neil Barrett, and that was when she fell in love with the design and production process. So Susanna was inspired to launch her own luxury shoe line that embodies the made in Italy artistry and craftsmanship that she so admires. Her shoes are currently sold at Printemps in Paris and online at susannamadrid.com. You can also find them at the Thread Boutique in Grandview, Ohio, if you're in the area. Another CCAD alumni you should definitely look into if you're interested in animation is Dan Scanlon, who's directed Disney animations like Onward, Monsters University, and worked on other Disney features as well. So meeting the right people can definitely change the entire course of your career development. All right, we would love for you to join our CCAD community as well and become part of our amazing network of artists and designers. And a big part of the CCAD experience is on campus. CCAD does offer 2 different on-campus housing options, one for incoming freshmen and the other for upperclassmen. We also have a lot of great student services on campus, including our learning support office, peer tutors, and then also our counseling and wellness center is a really great resource. CCAD also has a great service for students, looking for job opportunities in our career services office. They host this really cool recruiting on campus series where every year they bring people from companies onto campus into classrooms to meet students and sometimes even conduct interviews as well. So you might be asking yourself, why Columbus? Why should I call this place my home for 4 years and begin my professional life here? Personally, I moved to Columbus almost 3 years ago now, right after I completed my BFA degree. And I can honestly say it's a wonderful city for young professionals, especially in creative fields. As the fastest growing major metropolitan area in the US, Columbus is one of the top 10 cities for recent college graduates. Columbus is also a thriving artistic community and is home to the Columbus International Film and Animation Festival, which is the oldest film festival in the country. The Short North Arts District, which showcases homegrown and international talents, and the indie art scene thrives in old converted warehouses like 400 West Rich and Millworks Art Studios. Not to mention our next door neighbor, the Columbus Museum of Art, which features several permanent collections as well as rotating exhibits. Entrance to the museum is even free with your CCAD student ID. So now that you know a bit more about us, we'd really like to learn more about each of you. So if you're watching this on your computer or tablet, and if you think CCAD sounds like a good fit for you, just take out your phone camera and hold it over this QR code, and it'll automatically take you to a quick questionnaire where you can tell us a bit more about yourself and your interests. Thank you all so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, you can reach us at admissions@ccad.edu, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Just another reminder before we get to our last two presenters, last but certainly not least, presenters of the webinar. If you have any last minute questions that come to mind, or anything that's come to mind that you feel like would be really helpful, or get some clarification on, feel free to submit any questions that you have through the Q&A. The next presenter is from Lewis University.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tyler Olson. I am the admission counselor at Lewis University. So we are located about 30 minutes south of Chicago in Illinois. So we are a mid-sized university. We have about 6,400 students enrolled at Lewis. But in total for undergraduate students, we have about 4,200 that are enrolled. So we are a 4-year private liberal arts college. Like I mentioned, we are mid-sized. Although we are mid-sized, we do have a large representation of a diverse campus within our populations. We have 35 different states represented, with about equal parts of the population being either male and female. We do have a very inclusive environment. That's one of the biggest aspects of Lewis that we try to uphold here. We try to have a very inclusive and involved campus here. We have strong sense of campus community, like I mentioned, and we also respect for all cultures and beliefs. We are a sanctified zone as well. Since we are a mid-sized university, we offer small class sizes. We have about a 13-to-1 a student to faculty ratio, with average class sizes being about 23 to 25 students per classroom. With these smaller class sizes, you're able to develop a more personal connection with your professor, along with not having any GAs or teaching assistants within the classroom. Everything that you are learning comes from the professor themselves. Along with learning from the professors, you learn a lot through hands-on experience. So you start doing internships and hands-on experience starting your sophomore year. Those are the opportunities that open up to you starting your sophomore year, as I mentioned. So that includes research, internship, job opportunities, a lot of different options for you in order to start experiencing and getting real life experience and opportunities under your belt while still in school. So we do have 80 majors, 80 plus majors or minors here at Lewis University, but some of our top majors are aviation, business, computer science, criminal justice, nursing, and psychology. We do also have a very strong pre-health and allied health programs here as well, with a lot of different partnerships with different colleges within the areas. So there's a lot of different options for students to pursue their careers and different pathways here at Lewis, as I mentioned. Along with all the academics, we do have a lot of different opportunities for students to just be involved and be a part of campus. So you have the Division II sports here for both men's and women's. We compete in the GLVC, which stands for Great Lakes Valley Conference. It is a very competitive field. The only team that plays Division I would be our men's volleyball team. The newest additions to these Division II sports have been men's and women's lacrosse within the past 2 years. They are very competitive, but we also do have club sports and intramurals in order for you to still stay active and participate in sports, even if they aren't at the varsity level. We do have also 100 plus organizations and clubs for you to join on campus. And we always say, if you can't find something that you enjoy here on campus, you're more than welcome to create your own group or organization and start getting some popularity and getting more people involved with your group as well. So our tuition is one flat fee for everybody, no matter if you're coming in or from in-state or from out of state, since we are a private institution. We do offer merit-based scholarships, and they range this year from $13,000 all the way to $18,000 per year. This is all based off of your GPA and also your test scores if you would like to submit those. We are test optional going forward, so you have the opportunity to submit test scores or not submit them, whichever it is you're choosing. The only program that will not be test optional would be our nursing program, which will have a couple different requirements to it. So we do take any additional external scholarships along with the FAFSA as well. So some new things that have happened within Lewis's community within the past year has been, we have included electrical engineering, a computer science plus humanities program. Our computer engineering program has been accredited. And we've also included data science and business analytics into our programs as well. We also started doing drone racing, along with creating a new esports lounge for our students. And we were also donated an MD-80 airplane for our students to work on and get a hands-on experience with that as well. We do have a 95% placement rate for our students after 6 months after they graduate to either get a job within their field or going off into going into a grad program. For our nursing program, we do have a 95% success rate on the NCLEX exam, and that's from 2019. But last year, we actually had a 100% pass rate for our students, so that average did go up a little bit as well. If you do have any questions, this is all my contact information here. I'll also link it into the chat room as well. I want to thank you all for being here and letting me talk to you.
Thank you. Our next presenter is from Northern Illinois University.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Lisbeth Roman. I am a freshman admissions counselor here at Northern Illinois University. So we will get started right now. Feel free to ask any questions that you have in the chat. We have another staff member answering questions there as well. So we are a 4-year public institution located in DeKalb, Illinois. So we are 65 miles west of Chicago. We are a Division I athletics institution, so we have 16 different Division I sports. If you would like to compete at this level, you can always reach out to your admissions counselor. We can get you connected to sports. As other colleges, you are allowed to go to any home game free of charge because it is already included in your student fees. At NIU, we have more than 100 areas of study. So here you will see how we are divided by academic colleges. So don't get confused. These are not like individual colleges. These are all just housing different majors and minors. So I will briefly talk about some of our more popular majors. In our College of Business, we have accountancy and business administration. In our College of Health and Human Sciences, we have the nursing program, which is a very rigorous and competitive program to get into. In our College of Engineering and Engineering Technology, we have mechatronics, which has been very popular in the more recent years. And as some of you may know, NIU started as a Northern Illinois normal school. So we have a long history and a great foundation in all of our education programs. At NIU, we really believe that students should engage in research early on in their undergraduate careers. So we give first-year students the opportunity to do so by participating in Research Rookies. Research Rookies is a program where a first-year student will be linked with a faculty mentor. They will then work on a project for the entire academic year, and then the student will present their findings at Undergraduate Research and Artistry Day. At the end of this program, you also receive a stipend, which is added to your student bill, which can be very helpful as we're thinking about how we're going to pay for your education. A lot of the students that participate in research their first year will eventually go on to continue their research, their ongoing years at NIU, and we do have different funds that provide students funding for them to continue that research and even go on and present that research at different conferences. At NIU, we're very diverse, and we really pride ourselves in being an inclusive campus and ensuring that we're welcoming and inclusive to all. So we do have these different cultural resource centers that serve as a home away from home. I want to specifically mention that although they may seem specific to an ethnic population, they are open to all students. So you can take advantage of the different events and different programming that they have. A lot of these centers will have mentoring programs, scholarships, student organizations that are housed out of these different centers. So we always encourage students to check them out. The Disability Resource Center would be where you would go in case you need any accommodations in the classroom. So they will work alongside you, complete paperwork, and work with your faculty to ensure that you are receiving the assistance that you need to be successful in the classroom. The Office of Undocumented Student Support is an office completely dedicated to serving our undocumented student population. So we have Sandy Lopez, which is the coordinator for undocumented student support, who is there to assist the students from the admissions process to finding scholarships that are open for undocumented or documented students. So we definitely want to make sure that students know about this resource so that they find the resources and support that's appropriate for them. We have over 300 student organizations you can take advantage of. You will see the different categories here. So if you're interested in fraternity or sorority life, you would seek out Greek life. If you're interested in volunteering, we have different service organizations. Or if you're interested in like an honor society or maybe an organization in your major or your academic department, you can also take advantage of those. Or you can also create your own organization if you do not find something that interests you that is already established. Our first year students are required to live on campus their freshman year. So you will see the different residence halls that are available to our students. 2 of these are not going to be opened for our freshman students. So Gilbert Hall and our Northern View. So those are going to be for upperclassmen or for non-traditional students that have families. But you are allowed to waive the requirement to live on campus if you live less than 50 miles away from NIU. Okay, so now we're going to talk about applying to NIU. So you have 2 ways to apply. You can apply on our website or you can apply through the Common App. There is no application fee to apply to NIU, and you're automatically eligible for merit scholarships when you apply. So we are very excited to be a test-free admissions institution. We are no longer considering ACT or SAT test scores for admission consideration. So we would only base it on your GPA. If you have a 3.0 or above, you are guaranteed admission to NIU. If you have less than a 3.0, you will undergo holistic review, which just means that we want to get to know you more as a student. So you will need to submit either a personal statement or submit letters of recommendation or potentially even an interview. We do offer many scholarships to help pay for school. So we do offer more than $19 million in scholarships, and then more than 80% of our undergraduates will receive financial aid. All US residents receive the same tuition, so there's no out-of-state tuition at NIU. Here you will see the cost breakdown for tuition and room and board. So for a total amount of $23,000 for one academic year. This also will depend on a major or the residence hall that you choose, as well as the meal plan that you decide to go with. So keep in mind that this price can change depending on what you select. Okay, so here you will see the freshman merit scholarship breakdown. So again, this is going to be based on your GPA range. So this gives you a good idea of what you would be eligible for automatically when you apply. And you can also find these merit scholarship charts on our website. And so this wraps it up for me. Please go ahead and connect with us. Ask us any questions in the chat if you have any. And thank you for being here.
Thank you. Very great information shared by all our representatives, and I hope it was super helpful. We are going to pivot now into our Q&A portion of the webinar. And so at this time, I'll ask if all our presenters can turn on their videos, unmute themselves, and we'll go ahead and jump into our first question, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and get started in the order in which you all presented in.
So I guess my advice for students would be quite simple. Just think about the money. Any opportunities that you have in high school to save money on your college expenses, take them. Dual enrollment courses, dual credit courses, putting the time and effort into applying for scholarships, as well as if you have the opportunity to take AP courses. If you pass those exams, you'll automatically get college credits, and that'll save thousands of dollars.
That's a great piece of advice. The advice that I would give to a student going through the college search process would be to reach out to your counselors and ask as many questions as you have. There's, as you can see, many friendly faces within this panel here. And so hopefully now that you can put a face to a name, you feel comfortable reaching out to us. All of us are here to help you with whatever needs you have during your college search journey.
And my advice would make sure that the school that you're looking at has the program that you want to study, as well as maybe your B and C option, just because students do change their mind often. And it's a lot easier to stay in one school and if you change your mind than having to transfer somewhere else.
I was also going to say, financial aid as well, and getting a start on that early. So, filing your FAFSA so you have time to figure everything out. But also just general fit, making sure that the school has the program that you're looking for to best prepare you for the job that you want once you graduate. Also just making sure you feel comfortable on campus and, like the environment in the city.
My biggest advice would just be to do your research. Things have become a lot more accessible to students now, being a lot of virtual opportunities for yourself. So you don't have to travel state to state to look at different schools. A lot of these things have been going virtual, and we have been putting a lot of information on our websites and social medias. So you're definitely able to get a lot more information now without having to actually go to the school.
Yeah, I think all of those are great pieces of advice. I would just add to the students to create a checklist of what it is that you want to take out of your college experience. So do you want to study abroad? Do you want to participate in research, have a campus job, start your own student organization, join Greek life? Make that checklist, and then the schools that you're searching has all of those things. So the right fit for you will check all of those things you added to your checklist. And then I will also add, make sure you are filing for FAFSA, the alternative application for our undocumented and transgender students. Make sure you're just doing those tasks and ask your guidance counselors for help, because they are the keepers of all the information for scholarships that are specific to your high school. So make sure you're using them as a resource.
Awesome. We may have lost you a little bit at the end there, but we do have a few, a little bit more time. So it will make this one a really quick one, but I'd love to jump into our second question for all our representatives to answer. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
At Grand Valley, we have something called the President's Ball. So as the name would suggest, the president of the university attends, but it's open to all students. So it's like, a college version of your high school prom. So lots of fun, a great meal, entertainment, dancing. It's just a great way to break up the school year. It usually happens like halfway through the school year.
So at Viterbo University, we have 5 core values, and one of them is service. And so we really try to embody the idea of service through a really cool event that happens once a month called Service Saturdays. Usually anywhere from 60 to 100 students show up in the middle of our courtyard on campus, and we branch out to local areas and help them with whatever volunteer service projects they have for us. It's a really fun event, and a lot of students pride themselves on going to every single one before they graduate.
We have what is called the Starlight Theater. So it's actually a theater that opens up to the sky. And we have different musicals and theater productions in there that students and staff can either act in or make the props and lights to. So that's a really cool thing to get involved with on our campus.
Every semester we have an art fair. So students, alumni, faculty are all able to have like their little booth where they can sell stuff that they make in their own professional practice or things you've made in classes. And it's a fun way for students to get some extra money, and also a really cool way to see what faculty and alumni have been doing. And currently it's online, so anybody can go check it out. It's a really fun event. I really enjoy it personally.
My favorite event is usually move-in day, and then also just the welcome week, just because everybody gets to meet new faces, and us as admissions counselors are there helping out, just kind of introducing you to the place and just kind of really helping you connect with everybody, just try to have a good time and good start to the semester.
Yeah, so at NIU, we would say it's homecoming. So we have a week long of events. And then also Corn Fest, which is an event that happens locally that a lot of students like to go to. So I would say those two are definitely something our students look forward to every year.
Awesome. Thank you so much to all our presenters. I know that was rapid fire really quickly, but thank you so much for answering and giving everyone opportunity to respond. And again, all great advice. I always love hearing about the different traditions that are happening on different campuses. And so thank you all for sharing all the information tonight. And thank you all for joining us. As we close, there will be a very quick survey that will appear. So very quick 4-question survey. If you can take a brief moment to fill that out for us and provide any feedback, it will be really helpful for us. There are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more sessions where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/Illinois. Again, thank you and have a great night.